Hello. Welcome back to Season 50 of the Dominion. Season 50? Holy cow. Well, I'll be. Season 50, the Dominion League. I'm back down in the B division. Ended up being pretty close. There was a world. I had the tiebreakers on the people No, I didn't. Anyway, there was some chance of me. I had the tiebreaker on John. There was some chance of me surviving up to the very last match of the season, but it didn't pan out. I should look at this board. No villages. Junking. A little bit of trashing. Wait, is Otter? What does Otter do? Okay. Yeah, I mean, seems pretty hard to make. You could do some sheepdog, I guess, as like defense. But I don't know. I don't know if it's worth crowding your deck with it. Seems like you're mostly trying to play mountebanks, and then if you get a little, platinum is going to be very, very good here. I almost played the wishing well normal style, which would have been embarrassing. Now I can play normal style. Look, Apo opened with a rat catcher. So Apo's was different. But oh wait, no they didn't. Okay, Apo has no excuse. I guess if it's on your second, if it's on turn 4, I guess it doesn't matter. You can make the successful wish 100%. So it's okay. Just wishing for fun. I don't know here if you go ahead and get the second rat catcher already. I don't know if the fight to be thin is like gonna pan out. That's unclear to me. Didn't get to play a rat catcher, so he's a little bit ahead on the shuffle or on the trashing. I guess estates and coppers are even now. So it's also not totally clear you want to pull out an estate. So you'd really rather pull out a copper. So that you have more chance of double estate trashing here. You have the mountebank collision, but that's fine. I think I still prefer Destrier over gold. I didn't actually collide the mountebank, so that could work out nicely. We get to call the rat catchers before the shuffle, which is nice. Sort of feels like you just keep doing rat catchers for a little bit. I'm not totally clear on it. I'm really not sure. So far they just get copper trashes, which isn't as nice. I mean, hopefully there's like an economy disparity here enough that I get the labs and then eventually the golds. I don't love the island particularly. And I don't think it's like bad, but I don't especially like it. The copper wedge, okay. So here, this is actually a question we're not getting. I guess it's probably worth playing the rack hedger. It's not clear though. Or it's not 100% clear to me. There's a good chance that they have a mountebank. So you can prevent two junk gains there potentially. I'm probably pretty ahead. He didn't block that one. I mean, I'm certainly pretty ahead actually, but and I get another block if they play here. Though I don't think they've shuffled, so I don't think they have a mountebank. It's probably just an island play. Actually, don't even know if island's in the shuffle, but yeah. This is maybe keep curse for now. Until more of the whatevers are gone. I don't actually have any idea what's left. When did I shuffle? I guess there's a mountebank in here. Oh, we wish for it. Here's a little collision. But I should get through this fairly quickly. I mean, there's like 4 destriers. Don't love the soothsayer. No, I hate it. I kind of hate it. Well, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Now I'm not blocking because I'm hitting. I should be able to do this wish, but I'm not actually going to be able to do this wish unless it's a destrier, maybe. No. I wasn't gonna take the time to figure it out. Okay. So I don't think silver is crazy. I mean, it kind of would have been nice to do a gold somewhere in there, and we can still wait. We can still wait a little bit until more of the curses are gone. I don't think, well, maybe I shouldn't buy the wishing wells. Although that's still a lot of gains before it's really a 3-pile thing. We're gonna get hit again. One way or the other. We haven't blocked in a long time, which is unfortunate. So I don't know how much we're ahead now. I think we're still a little bit ahead. I could be wrong though. A little bit unfortunate as far as there are probably more curses than I could take a soothsayer now. Is not totally crazy. I may not be winning now. I don't know if he's going to try to 3-pile. I don't think that's going to actually happen. There's something to be said for blowing up Mana Bank. One of the Mana Banks, so the decks aren't actually that clean yet. I don't have actually a very good sense of what I have left in deck at this stage. Apparently good enough though. What is this shuffle? I mean, stopping here with 5 isn't very good anyway. It's not a very big shuffle. Not that big of a shuffle. I guess, we still have 2 rat catchers. It's probably like a curse or something. Oh, silver. Well, that wasn't getting us to 9 in any case. I mean, basically my goal is to hit colony like once. I don't think across 4 turns I have to like super worry about the Destriers and the rat catchers piling, or the Destriers and the wishing wells. I don't think that's hugely an issue. Even like a province buy will put that out of threat if that's all Apo's doing. There are a few different things that seem possible here. But also nothing, just buy nothing seems possible. Silver is probably actually still probably the best buy. Some of the reactions are a little bit appealing. Probably not black cap, but and the island has a little bit of appeal. Though like for sure it's not likely to be a terminal I want to play. It kind of makes clear that the pile out doesn't work for Apo, but it doesn't help me buy like a colony so much. We'd almost like him to lower a little bit more and then have themselves not hit colony or whatever. This is a pretty bad draw. The thing is, like, I have a lot of point scoring uniques that I can buy that would make the just straight them lower piles one at a time not really feasible as far as that goes. Take silver because at this point, even like a province looks pretty good. They've lured Destrier again. I mean, it's probably fine for them. Now we're on a 3-turn clock. They still haven't gotten a goal. No, they have. I'm full of it. I mean, we can be like gamblers and we can just take a Destrier. That's possible. Felt very ahead, but this is not really moving me in the right direction, these turns. They go ahead and buy platinum, which is interesting. It was probably safe for me to take a Destrier there. Okay, so we do have 2 curses. We still have an estate. We probably won't ever trash it. So what is it? There's like Mountebank and I don't know. Coppers and estates maybe. We already had the estate. So we do have a oh. How big is this shuffle? Oh, no. The Mountebank was already gone. So we can get a gold, or we can... I guess we can go gold plat, or we can go... colony. This is a little yucky. But I guess so be it. I'll probably take a province here. Now I feel like decidedly behind. It's unfortunate. Best bet on the emptied pile, I think, is provinces. But it could be colonies. We're not gonna 3-pile. But I'm very likely going to lose. Trashing that copper is not even particularly clear. Yeah, this is not gonna cut it. Not in the least. Yeah, I should have taken that one Destrier over gold. I don't know if that moves the needle much, but They actually... That's a little aggressive. This is a pretty bad hand for me. I don't think I can trash a copper there. I don't know what I have left, which makes this a little hard. There are some silvers. Okay. This is, I can gain gold and buy colony. That's pretty good. I mean, what more could I ask for? The golds are still probably... It's really hard to like trash coppers now because just with golds you can just get to colony that way. Apos still has the unique province by here's another colony. Oh, they do that. I guess we don't really know if that was exact. They may have. Well, it definitely wasn't exact because they drew a platinum. That's actually probably good for me. Yeah, I'm pretty afraid to trash the coppers, though. Of course, I may end up above 11 if I'm lucky. I mean, no. Man, I have like this is not a good wish because I have like one colony, one province, one island, like none of which I want to draw now. And a handful of coppers still. Okay, that's lucky. Yeah, so I think the unique province is going to help Apo quite a bit. I'll probably just push PPR or PPC, whatever, PCR. I mean, whatever. I'll probably just do it. Probably just run it whenever we get down to 2 colonies. I guess I don't have to. I mean, I'm not sure who has an advantage in a like extended greening thing. I probably have. I don't know if the decks are hugely different in that respect. I mean, I have to do it because I'm not even in a position where if they had missed it and then I wasn't going to be presented with the choice, right? I'm too far behind. I don't know what I was blathering on about. Wow. They'd probably hit it, but if I win off that, I'll die. No, what I'll really die is... Oh. That's not right. They didn't even have to play any actions. That's just offensive. What would have been wild is like a ottered island at the end. I mean, it wouldn't have been wilder than ottered anything else, but it would have been more stylish. Yeah, that was a bit of a heartbreaker, though. It's just, I guess, how the mountebank swung. I'm not sure I really blew it per se. I think there were some buys that could have been changed for sure, but it was like the cursing stuff was going my way and then it wasn't, basically. There's definitely... Oops, I'm bad at clicking. Nope, that's not what we want. Okay, I think that's what we want. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I like blew it or if it just kind of broke badly in the late middle. Because I did feel very ahead. I think the break different points could have been like, as you say earlier, just a gold over a gesture earlier. Those kinds of things. So is this like a March doctor? And you can even do an estate name if you want here. I don't know what this board is. There's no gains. I think I can believe in the March doctor. Can even believe in the name estate split if he like I had the 3-4. So it's not automatic. I can certainly see it. I guess the alternative is giving yourself a buy nothing hand for sure, basically. Story of my life. Yeah, okay. So I guess this is just super sadness for me. Okay. How do we make this run? I know I can do the mission thing, but then that doesn't really trigger anything particularly nice anyway. Obviously, it's mine, right? Yeah, Apo is my favorite person to play with. Sorry, everyone else who I've ever played with. It's not close either. I can't even march my my mind in any case. Man, I probably just made, I mean, I got the worst shuffle, but also probably made the stupidest choices. Hey, that was lucky. You gotta take it when you get it. So, man, this so I guess the question is, I mean, we're just gonna march, right? I guess there is another silver in here, which makes it a little worse, but well, we like leave a silver on top, so it's not so bad. I'm trying to figure out if we like do the mission at some point, but it's hard to get anything. I mean, there's like chance to play the thing or the doctor, but we can just get a guaranteed doctor play now. That was very lucky. You wish you had the doctor in this hand, then you could mission and then you could march it here. You could play the mine and march. But... So the question is whether, I don't know, whether I want to like a fortress or not. We can do, I don't really know what a fortress is doing for me. Hold on. Otherwise we're just missioning and we're promoting a promoting a treasure, which is nice. The black cat stuff may get annoying. I don't know how many they're gonna end up having, but it certainly could get annoying. I mean, I can buy black cats too. Coffee cat. I actually don't need a lot more trashing. That doesn't seem to be the exciting thing at this point. Not sure there is an exciting thing. But we could mission. I mean, the buy is not especially crazy good. I guess if you have like multiple mines, or like if you didn't have duration down, you wanted to play duration, there would be a little more incentive to mission. Or if we had swindlers. True, the swindler may be calling my name. I'll hit Fortress first swing, no doubt. Literally, no doubt. It's probably fine to get a black cat. Now, Apo has a clean deck. I do not. Do I even have... I guess there are 2 coppers. And the estate's in there if we want to swing for it, but... This shuffle is fine to trigger. It's not like good cards, but I don't have anything good to do anyway. And it does top deck the black cat if they decide they want a green now. This is gonna be... I don't know, like 1 black cat per deck is not enough to not want a green, necessarily. But... I don't really get the merchant ship usually. But more black cats could be scary. Maybe I just buy black cats and make myself like kind of look scary. I could believe in that. I mean, there's like some world where they just clean them up really quick. It's not that easy though, actually. I mean, if you're lucky it is, and maybe they'll be lucky. But if you're not so lucky, it's not trivial to clean up the curses. Last cards are like estate and silver. I mean, this is pretty nice because it puts the oh, it was copper. I would have probably rather trashed the copper. This makes them not want to green again, which maybe is nice for me. What is Apo? So we're in like the same spot as far as I know I'm giving them. So to be fair, reacting makes, I mean, I don't know, they may already have the curses in hand. I mean, I have to buy green at some point, I guess. I mean, well, we could try to give all the curses first. That's not impossible. Swamp Hag was a possibility. Maybe we just take the 2 versus 1 black cat and hope that that's sufficient. I am a little bit worried about the I think, well, obviously, I think Apo should just know not to buy a green card. I mean, there's some. Yeah. I think that looks very good. If we get to. Okay. I didn't necessarily expect to buy to draw 2 golds. I kind of want to reinstate my threat of having black cats. So that means doing this. There was like some chance of being able to trash here, but if the curse had been bottom decked, we would have just trashed the curse, I think. I mean, I can do the. Black cat top deck thing again. Oh yeah, that I forgot about the Swindler. Well, if I had drawn them both, it would have been okay. I didn't. Okay, I was like, I didn't even get to the. But that's not quite true. This is a little depressing. This is not unlikely. I do kind of, well, that's sad. There's not really anything to name here. Maybe a copper, though. I don't know that it'll really help me much to do it. This is a pretty funny game, actually. I think this is Black Cat, maybe. I'm not totally sure, but it's gonna get swindled. I mean, these games can be awful, but it's kind of fun to play with there's a lot of card interactions, but it's very weak. So we're like for sure playing the kingdom, but also just not doing anything. That's actually very good. At least in theory, it was very good. It didn't. It looks like it's going to be losing, but it was potentially quite good. Yeah. That's sad. I guess I buy an estate, though I don't know that it really matters. Oh well. Man, come on. Give me the... Now it's really looking like the estate buy was quite stupid, because I am going to shuffle, or I am going to trigger this shuffle. I was going to say, that's the funniest thing that can happen here. Estate buy genius. Ultimate estate buy. I guess I win anyway because I was second player. Or no, I was second player. So I would have won without the estate too, but it feels funnier. Man, that takes away my estate buy. That's a bummer. I was feeling so good about it. That's why Swindler's the greatest card in Dominion. I didn't even know there weren't like a lot of hits that were going to be helpful to him. It's not like Farmland to Gold was helpful. I don't even know. Like, there were a few things probably that helped, like maybe Black Cat to Estate, but there wasn't in general like a whole lot of, like, the province hits were obviously just losing. I don't think I had any coppers, so the curse would have been like curse to curse, and I don't know, Fortress would have been actively bad. Pretty funny. I'm not sure the Swindler play does anything. So I'd have to think through a little bit more. Like, Farmland to Gold really would have probably been helpful to me. Okay. I guess you can try to hit the recruiter with an expedition, but probably do that probably just go silver expedition rather than just try to hit it off go. You can turtle your Necropolis. Maybe if you have the Necropolis, yeah. If you have the 4/3 with a Necropolis, then it's guaranteed. Now, if you had like the 3/4 with Necropolis, then you're still at a 50-50, but, or not a 50-50. It's still favorable that you would hit or at least a little bit favorable that you would hit the 5. But yeah, if you have the 4/3, then it's just guaranteed. I do not like the Cultist, I don't think. I'm not sure I like Cultist at all. Maybe it's fine, but... So for me, I mean, I'm thinking about just Forge, but there's a little bit of a problem of finding... Unfortunately, we do have the shelter, so the Forge itself doesn't lead into necessarily a whole lot of nice stuff. I mean, you can forge it into an encampment and then have it be gone. You can also turtle the Forge until you have the hand for it. I guess they're trying to hit Forge as well. I guess Recruiter mixed with Forge isn't going to do a huge amount for you. This is fun turtle board. I'm here for it. Also, I'm gonna get a Ruin Market just for free. I mean, I don't even have to work. I don't even have to buy a store. This is actually a board where a storeroom Ruin Market might basically work as well as storeroom. Which is pretty funny. I was like, this may be nice enough to let me not have to. Oh yeah, turtling the Forge isn't quite as exciting, is it? I'm thinking turtle is a card that it's not. If we do find the shelter or the OE, well, we didn't find the OE. That's interesting. I did not think this all the way through. Which is not a huge shock to me, or probably the viewers. Yeah, you don't get to put the card in your hand and just wait to do it whenever. I mean, I still think it was reasonable to turtle the Forge. I have to find a path that works now, or some kind of path that gets me something nicer than what I thought I had. I mean, I can turtle the patrol now and wait to the next turn. There are some things. This will trigger a shuffle. And a shuffle with just two with the ruins in it. Interesting. Okay, I probably messed this up a little bit. I kind of want to keep. What do I? I don't know. This is. I mean, I could wait again, but this is bad. This is sort of really bad. Where's the poorhouse? I could actually probably use it. So if we don't do the hovel, we get a chance of I might as well take a ruin library, right? Almost. Well, he just has one cultist right now, so. Oh, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure of much of anything these days. Okay, that's pretty not good. Oh yeah, it can't even pick up Hobble. I was kind of thinking, oh, the patrol could pick up Hobble. That's not how that works. I can turtle all of these guys. Which is kind of fun. And now I have another sort of villagey thingy. The I gotta figure out some way to like buy good cards. I'm gonna do Rune's Mega Turn. I'm gonna just keep thinking of jokes to send. I was like, I have to well, especially one cultist at a time that's quite manageable. I'm trying to figure out how to have good stuff. Well, how do I have good stuff? Then get a giant. Giant could help you get good stuff. Definitely. Should I take a... Man, this is so funny, actually. I could take the Ruined Village is not super crazy to take this turn. I don't know what any of these are. Because there is a chance we hit draw the patrol, but not the necro, and not the OE. I guess there's no chance of drawing the second patrol, but not the OE. And that's sort of what we want to hit anyway. I guess 6 would be pretty good. It does let us set aside another rune if we draw it, so... maybe this makes sense. I didn't buy a second patrol. What am I even on about? Just in all seriousness. What is my actual deal? I'm still very happy with how that turn went, but like, what is my problem? We could go for buy this turn. Okay. Looks like we should have taken a... what's the word I'm looking for? Taken one of the libraries. Eight would have been, or 9 or whatever, would have been quite a bit nicer to do another encampment gold, I think. We could do giants as well. So I was quite lucky to see the gold again. I don't think we're gonna need... I mean, we could do the libraries. I don't think we need this guy. But we could do one of the libraries. I'm gonna say no to it, but it wouldn't be unreasonable at all. It's not the best draw of all time, though we did find the ghost town, so that was pretty nice. Might as well take another ruined village. Not totally sure on the second gold there. This is actually a pretty good hit for me. Not terrible anyway. They're going for provinces already. That doesn't feel super good to me, but we could do the libraries now and see if we get something nice. Yeah, because we can always do this kind of thing. And then we'll have a bunch of either a big forge or just a big, and we can just set all this stuff aside. Or some amount of it aside anyway. We can either trash the ruined village or we can do holding pattern. We're gonna play the market. We're gonna play the giant. We're gonna play the forge. So the question is whether we save the ruined village to be turtled, or if we just go ahead and trash it. Or vice versa with the abandoned mine. I kind of think I can manage both anyway. We probably don't need the money, in all honesty. Hey, that was my giant. That was a bit of a bummer. The giant trash specifically. Just to be clear, in case it wasn't clear what part was a bummer. Still would like, I think, another giant. 2, 3 is I have 9. Yeah, so I can use both of these potentially. I don't feel super scared about a mill because I do have double. So like I double now, then I'm in the bleed. These can just all be staying their home. I do kind of wonder about maybe forging the patrol into a plunder. I wish I had some kind of, well, how much money am I gonna have exactly? I sort of need to play the, well, I can wait, right? Most likely. Technically, I should probably play the patrol now. I do have 5 encampments in here, so I think it's probably okay. Either way. Because it would be a nice, so what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 8. Well, I guess I don't have double. Well, that I should have kept that abandoned mine. That was a blunder. I don't really have a nice, I could go, yeah, I can't draw it this turn though. And I could go up $1. What am I at now? So I got 6 plus 8, 14. Could be at 15. Can do province plunder. Apo doesn't even have, well, I guess if the Necro's in here, they can still do Necro Giant. This is annoying. Let's see what we hit. We do trigger a shuffle, which is cool. Well, not a very big shuffle. We could get a silver, I guess. We could lose the ghost town and get a silver. And then we can double. I think. We can also put this stuff aside. Now they can't really promise. And I can just win. Okay. I mean, it's not fully guaranteed, actually, but sort of extremely likely. Do I have enough to make a 1, 2, 3? No. If I hadn't set aside the Necro, then I would, but it was probably possible to have turtled some encampments last turn also. I just didn't stop and look at it when I was doing it. I play that I was kind of being overly cautious as far as my clicking. I could have clicked much quicker. Sorry about the coughing. It's like just silk merchant stuff. Into advanced stuff, I guess. I guess you just go silk. I don't know. It's gonna be a little hard. You're not necessarily making like tortures work, but you can canal, of course, and then sears are super drawers, and like obviously there's not great village stuff, so we're a little limited. But you can draw at least quite easily. I guess you pay a little bit of a price for doing canal with sear, because then your estates don't get drawn. So it's not nothing. I'm not sure I'm convinced the Devil's Workshop is that good. I feel fairly convinced it's not that good, actually. Could be wrong. You can have a little bit of village effect. I mean, I don't know how many. You're not going to be able to play 3 tortures over and over again, so I don't know that it's worth doing that, but. This is a bad draw. This is like a seriously bad draw. Last card's a copper. I wonder if one torture is a little annoying or not. I also wonder if I should have. I can't spin that coffer anyway. Well, it could be silver, I guess, but. I don't really have plans to go heavier than that on torture, but. A little sad. Yeah, I'm still not super excited by the imps. Like, it's got to be better. Like, the canal's got to be better than not the canal as far as this year drawing goes. But you do get things like that, which happen. You're pretty annoying. Okay. Great. Super. And I'm still living with the. Okay. This'll draw, but or it should. Good turn for Apo here. The gold's interesting. Not sure the double gold's interesting. You always wonder when with these seer decks, or at least I always wonder with these seer decks. If you're just better off. I'm probably getting by here, so I think I will go ahead and mason this thing. I'm gonna run into a bit of a villager issue in a second, but that's okay. I always wonder a bit if the golds versus the silvers and the seer decks, because we're not thin. Now, Apo has a lot more seers than I do, but he also doesn't have a lot of seer. Well, I mean, the seers themselves are seer targets, so it's not nothing. Yeah. What do I have now? I'm not. Yeah, I'm not quite at double. I would need to get another money thing. I was kind of thinking about provincing. This will be a little bit of a weird one. They have a lot more villagers than I do, which is gonna maybe end up being a problem when I try to get by at the end. You have to advance into an action, right? That's a ripoff. You should be able to advance into treasures. Like, again, I'm gonna have to advance. There aren't a lot of super great advanced targets here for me. I mean, I can do it into a messenger, which gives me the money and well, okay. I don't deserve this. I'll just go ahead and say it. I deserve many things, but I don't deserve this. It's a little unfortunate. I think they probably have the edge on me in the end, you know? Like their deck is just a little bit, got a little more oomph across the board. So I think they probably get me, but off this dud, it's just not going to be particularly close, I don't think. Like if I spend the 2 coffers here to buy a province, I will not be able to double. I could double across 2 turns with the money I have in my deck. With 1 coffer a turn, because I got up to 13 with the messenger. So I could have done it across 2 turns, which probably would have been sufficient for to finish out the game. Not necessarily winning. I don't know. There's some Mason trickery and stuff. Well, they don't have Mason, but or Necromancer. Just not drawing it is not gonna get me. It's just not gonna be close enough. I mean, I guess I play for a dud. I don't know what that looks like exactly. Because I don't have, like I said, if I buy province now, I straight up cannot double. So if they double again, now I don't know. Does Apo know that? I don't know. They can know that, of course. I mean, I technically can double one more time. The other thing is if Apo doubles, I can't. The thing is I can't threaten a, like there's some. Actually, that's not true. If I Mason a Spice Merchant, but there's no way for me to like deck inspect it, right? Because the Seers pull them off. It would just be blind randomly, and there's just the 1 Silk Merchant. If that Silk Merchant hit, then it would give me a coffer, and it would. I could Mason it into a duchy, and then I could buy 2 provinces and win technically. So there's some weird, but it's not plausible. Oh. So like if I have to play for a dud, because I can't true triple, and even gold. Like gold wouldn't have gotten me to triple. I don't think. I guess I didn't count that out. What would have gold put me at? I was at 13. That would have got me 16, 18. No, that's not. No. We can try to hope that we're gonna get around to. Now, gold may still have had some advantages in terms of like duchy dancing if we get to that point. I'm not sure. Obvious. I mean, the silver versus gold are like deck drawing differences, so it's super unclear how that all pans out. Does Mandarin win gain or win? Yeah. Yeah, and they add a thing, so. Yeah, there wasn't a way to triple. It's extremely likely that they have like 2 Seers in hand. So I don't think it can really work. I mean, all we really can do here is double duchy regardless. I guess we can triple duchy. That's not super. It just doesn't matter unless they full dudded. Because even single province for them is just going to be way too many points. Did I do this in the right order? I guess I would kind of like to do this in the right order, given, okay, I did. I mean, I didn't think about it, it was just randomly, but... less cards, copper, right? Oh, bother. Well, that's a good start. That's a great start. I will take tie. I don't know. Like the win is pretty unlikely, but not impossible. Not especially not if I'm drawn like that. I mean, going for win looks like apprenticing the torturer. This is a little scary that we only see one card. Going for tie looks like zombie spine and then playing torturer. I mean, technically you can go for a win both ways. You could, well, not playing torture, but you'd have to zombie blah 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 blah. What am I saying? Zombie spine, then play silk merchant. You could still win off that. So there's like, man, it's just all on where the seers are. I guess you still see more cards anyway, doing apprentice and then playing the silk merchant. So. That's so sad. We bottom decked. I don't even need the win. I guess you can see more cards. I mean, you can see more cards if you do the, well, except playing silk merchant at the end doesn't really work, so you can't. Yeah, you don't exactly. But the draw and discard off the zombie spy plus a torture play does get you a little bit further. Not further than this though, does it? This is still 2 cards. Like you would have gone, like it would have been, no, it would have been the same number of cards. I guess the thing I should have done is messenger first and then zombie apprentice. Well, that has some downsides as well. It's like using the messenger to clear. I don't know why I'm still thinking about this. There's no particular reason to. I guess they could fail to double. It's not super likely, but possible. Like you'd be using the messenger basically as a spy effect to move the copper and the estate down, and then you would zombie apprentice the whatever, hope you find some seers that draw you your silvers and get you there, basically. Would have been the idea. I don't know why I'm playing this so slow. There's not really like a huge number of things to think about. I'm just sad. Triple Duchy isn't that helpful, right? It doesn't cover any particular. Maybe it does. I mean, he does have enough stop cards that he could dud again. It's just not super likely. I didn't actually stop to think if that is the play, but I think it just has to be. You know, they necro like a imp or a silk merchant or whatever, and then they're probably pretty much done. If they don't double 34, this one might matter. We can discard the silvers. How many silk merchants are in the trash? 7, so they still have 2. Like if they go, say they don't have double province, they just have province duchy. I can't really catch that. Anyway. I'm not sure it matters a whole lot. Yeah, I'd have to think. It's not clear to me playing the messenger first might increase my chances, given that I know there's province copper on top. But you'd probably have to sim that to get a good sense of whether that improves your odds of getting the draw. I'm pretty sure I'd have to. The other stuff I was talking about, I'm pretty sure the we're not like better. Okay. So I have the 3/4. You're gonna want to try and hit sentry. You may get camel train. A lot of villages, a lot of draw. This is like Smithy, you know, Smithy Village, but we have treasure buy, just your classic treasure plus buy payload. Apo opens with a ranger, which I find I think questionable. Ghost Town probably also questionable, but basically using it as a little expedition slash basically just as a little expedition. Not really a slash involved. No estate, no estate, no estate. Boo. Okay, so we can man, there's so much draw here and so many villages. It's literally just money and camel train payload. I mean, fortune, of course, is like a special kind of money payload, but before shuffle, it's like this is a little tough. You can do a ranger. Collision wouldn't be super great, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. We can ghost down here. This is pretty fine as far as draw. We'll get 2 hits. 2 trashing hits, I mean. And also, they don't have a ghost town, right? Yeah. I guess the extra money isn't doing anything for us here. This is one of those where you have to like, is it advantageous to you to get the, to move the gladiators down? Like, who does this benefit when I do the guarantee? I'm not buying anything better. I'm not going to buy a 5. I don't think. So it's not super clear. What does demand do? I do get a benefit. I didn't really remember demand existed. So that's always nice. I could demand an exorcist. It can be a little hard to clean up some of the final things with sentry. But I think just build-wise, it's gotta be port. Oh wait, you don't get a second thinking. I mean, I guess I could get a village instead. Is maybe a little I kind of like the horse, but I may take the village instead, just as a little bit more likely to be a unique thing at the moment. I think I like the horse though still. Okay, they get another ranger. If they hit draws, they're in a good shape, but if they don't find village smithy, then they're in kind of a rougher spot than I am. Let's play this. Okay, not ideal. We would like to hit some estates at some point. Possible. This is sad, but we're gonna do it. Doesn't seem valuable to leave these on top. Yeah, that actually really sucks. No lie. It just straight up does. I probably should have, well, I may not even gotten to the ranger. I could have discarded them, I suppose. Yeah, this is awkward. We could do like camel train silver. I'm just worried about the money across a couple turns. I mean, we can maybe just buy a gold the next time. not sure. Not great. We're getting right into the fortune. Okay. This is okay as a draw. I mean, a little bit more than okay, to be honest. Though we didn't hit if we hit the ghost town, then we're talking. Without the ghost town, it's not quite so good. Because we don't have, but we do have a sentry. So we could the sentry could be bomb decked, in which case we don't get a shot at. I guess what I'm saying is if a sentry is not bomb decked and we top deck Demand Ranger, then we get a shot at the, if we Demand Ranger, we get a shot at finding the village, which isn't actually that great. But it's like okay-ish. This is pretty sad. We also have 2 estate sentry ghost town. It's our bottom 4, so this sentry is probably gonna do jack squat for us again. Maybe we get the golds. They're just like not, well, they already had the ranger, right? Yeah. I guess if you would, I guess I'd rather be me than him. Maybe right now. Just having the trashing advantage. Probably better than. Okay, this is alright. Obviously drawing gold would have been pretty massive, but it didn't happen, so that's fine. The estate trash is still very nice. They'll probably be able to fortune here. Which will be okay for them. My deck is, I don't know, it's close to being awesome, but it's kind of stupid right now. Oh, I can exile fortunes. That should be fun. I don't know that that's gonna be the play. It's kind of funny as a keep pile. It's pretty. There's quite some amusement to be had in that front. Okay. Well, this is actually ideal as far as if we're not going to get a trash in. This is the best alternative. Can I successfully kill all the fortunes before? How much money am I going to have? 1, 2, 3, 9 or 6, 12. 12 is great. 12 is beautiful. Pretty good anyway. I do need to buy a port at some point. like now. Next turn can be sad. I'm not sure how to make it. I'm not sure there's really a way to make it not sad. Unfortunately. We're not likely to draw. There's a debt issue here. I guess I could not buy the fortune yet. That seems reasonable. I almost demanded the port again, or was thinking about it. Apo doesn't have a lot of. Well, I mean, they can obviously get the fortune and then have the gains that way. So that's not a huge problem for them. We should try to draw the other ranger. Ooh, baby. That is it. It's okay to not get a ghost down here. But we can maybe buy one if we want to. It was definitely, I think, correct to discard that. Okay. So we have 12 again. Last card is a ranger. Very good. You may want to demand a village or just buy a ghost town. I'm not totally convinced this is the angle. But I guess it's what I'm gonna go with. This is kind of scary. I mean, I had to get a ghost town. I will cry. I will just straight up cry. If it's 4 ranger into no village. It will be, I won't be able to mentally cope. They draw a deck. I guess at this point they're just like straight up more trash, or we're like maybe we're identically trash. No. I don't know. I don't know what the other cards they have are. I'm not totally sure about fortune as a keep fighting thing. I just can't deal with it because now I don't have a ranger down in here. I have to demand one, which we can do. but it's still incredibly sad. And I don't know that I really have the villages. Maybe you keep the gold. I can, I don't know how much money am I going to have here? 16.9. We just let them have the fortunes. Like, who cares? Probably if I draw, I like am close to a win this turn. I don't know, the point stuff probably doesn't work out in my favor. Unfortunately, if they draw, I think they will just have a win. Seems pretty likely. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buys. And I can take a 5-point fortune. This sucks so much. Just, oh well. I don't have a lot of villages. I mean, to be fair, I don't have a huge number of villages. I still have to demand a ranger because otherwise I just don't get a turn. So that's going to be lowered. Yeah, I can't lower the fortunes. This is not good. We could do a silver as a points play. I haven't been paying super good attention to the copper stuff. I guess that's another points thing. I don't know how much money they're gonna have here exactly, but a lot, I guess. They probably shouldn't have trashed the copper. Well, they could have just discarded it. I don't know how much they overdrew by. Maybe they didn't overdraw at all. It's like, I don't know how much money they have, like a lot of money, but I don't know if it's enough. This takes, like if you exile a fortune and you have, this takes 8, 16, $24. So you need $24 is all. That's easy. I think it's easy. They have how many golds? They have 3 golds. Three golds is 9, 12, 4. Maybe they only have 4. Well, they still have 2 fortunes. I think they have it exact. Right, 6. They have 2 coppers still, I believe. 6 buys is more than enough buys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you only need 5 buys. Like even if they needed to buy coppers to take those points, they don't even need that. So yeah, this should be a win if I've counted correctly. They have 11, 14, yeah, 16. 32 is enough, right? Because they only need 8. They can exile 1, they only need 8 to if they buy the fortune last, and then this is another 8 and another 8. Plus the debt. So yeah, I think that's a win in hand. They would have either needed not to draw deck or I guess if I had bought a lot of coppers, it could have been a little awkward. Okay, they're not doing it. So that's give me a shot. I don't know how much of a shot, but this is very weird because now I can take the fortune and probably the gold keep points and the copper one. Most likely. Now whether that's enough to win, I don't know, but I don't have as many buys as they have, but I also don't need as many now. They lowered the Rangers a little bit. And I have still quite a few buys. I don't actually know if I can play them all because I didn't get. If I'd get a second ghost town down here, then maybe. I'm like pretty sure they had a win, unless I'm totally miscounting something. Yeah, like I said, I think the only thing that I could have staved it off with would have been copper buys. Which certainly would have been a thing to think about. And I don't have any debt. So how much do I need? $8, $12, $20 to pile out? I gotta get... I would swing fortune, so that would be 10 points. Copper could be 5. Even if I just buy an estate at that point. When do you play the century? I guess when you have the village left is all. Okay, well, we'll keep these. You keep both of them? You need the buy? Do I need the buy? 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta buy a copper. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for a tie, 6 for... So you do need the buys. Well, what I mean, 1, 2, 3, let's say 4. May not be able to play the gladiator. We're not trashing them. That much is clear. I guess you keep them. You know what would be pretty funny is not drawing the fortune. That would have been pretty funny. But it would have required a different bottom deck. So the copper is the last card. I may not need the copper or the buy. 1, 2, so I'm right at 6 buys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I could buy silver, I could buy gold, whatever. I guess I should check the money. Do I need this? Because I may prefer to have the other buy if I don't need the money. Right now I have $20. And it's either $24 or how many? I only need 20, right? No, I need a little more because I need to be able to buy a 24 is just guaranteed, isn't it? I would just rather not blow it at this point, if that's possible. This takes 8, 12, 20. We have the 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Was that? Let me see. Well, that was worth 5. But I don't win. Oh, wait. Yeah, I get 5 from the fortune. I forgot the last fortune also. Well, I kind of got lucky. Got gifted that one. Guess we'll do recruiter. Church. And could go double recruiter. Or recruiter puka. With a bargain. Probably don't take changeling. It's actually not crazy to take changeling. Oh, I don't have... I'm not good at counting. I didn't have the hand that lets you do the double 5. Yeah, I prefer their opening, but I didn't have that as an option. It'll be okay though. Well, I mean, we may lose, but it'll always be okay. I think I'm missing some. I guess that's just for the fun of it. I don't know. It doesn't do anything. Well, this is very bad, especially given that we had the had the horse or whatever it is. This should be just pretty locked in at this point. Build is a little weird. The could take a changeling here. I mean, I'm still just not at all like clean. So it still feels like horse is maybe a little better for me. I don't like the count much. So what did I have? I had the curse already. It's like necro and I don't know. Copper, I guess, on top. Well, there's a couple ways this can be done, but I think this is probably the way to do it. Not totally clear. This is a good, very good hand, though. I really don't like the count. I guess I just don't get it. Should we get some tokens? some peace of mind tokens. That's what we call them these days. I can get a changeling here. Though, like, what am I changeling into? Your payload here still is like mystics or golds, and then Villaby. There's not a super exciting thing. I do wonder a little bit about whether it makes sense to keep the keep the curse gold. I mean, maybe we can just go through the curses and have the curse gold as money, but this is probably okay too. With the church, I'm maybe in a little better position to have kept the curse gold around some more. But okay. Flip the church. We can get our gold now. I bet I can guess right. Boom. Too strong. I think I'll get my gold and set aside a thing. Set aside these guys. Oh, there was OE. I did forget that there was still OE. I am a little curious if their plan is to, or what their plan is. I just don't quite follow the count. And I would be nervous about keeping this number of curses myself. At least a little bit nervous. Okay. Bargaining doesn't seem super great. I do need to get a villa at some point. Might as well be now. And we can do a little more fun times gain and play later on. I don't think the copper trash there is super important. Actually, I guess we might as well. We can get a 6 out of this. I think. Wait, do we have enough money for that? Oh no, never mind. I can do patrol. I'm getting a gold. Probably overdraw is just as nice as like actual money at this point, just because we can. Well, some of the overdraw stuff is like knife phase, so it's not, doesn't really work, but. I could be wrong, but I do feel a bit ahead. And maybe that's misleading. Maybe they'll bargain again for me. Like, I don't think Duchy Fuel does much for you here. Well, certainly right now it's not doing much for him. He doesn't have terminals. Doesn't have a lot of terminals, I guess. If you're headed this angle, I would have thought that at least one of the hunting parties would have been a patrol instead. Though the 5 gains are still good too. But you would love to have patrols, I think. How much money did they have? Is it just that they think they're gonna have a gold? Otherwise, it's pretty weird. I don't know. I'm having a hard time seeing the changeling buy. Didn't they have $5? Or something like that? Maybe it was just 4. Then it probably fine. Well, then it doesn't make much difference. Okay, we gotta get the puka. Well, we should think a little bit about this. Playing gang stuff, possible. Do we trash the church? That kind of stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, we gotta think now. Because the puka's gonna waste some draw if we don't add some cards to deck. Like, we can do a real villa and a fake villa. If that makes any sense. How much money do we have? 9 for sure, 10, 11. We could do a real... That doesn't quite work. Maybe it does. We could do a real villa and 2 fake villas. think. A little sad to maybe blow up the church. I don't know if I counted this exactly right. I also don't remember what order I top decked this stuff. I guess it must be the gold on top. Wait, I don't want to do the mystic yet. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I think. I don't really know. I think I messed this up some. How do you make it? There should be a way to make it work. Well, it's hard with the... Maybe there's not a way to make it work. Not fully. Yeah, I'm not sure there was a way to make it work all the way. Yeah, this feels underplayed, unfortunately. On a particularly clever way. A clever underplay. Not a good way. Yeah, this doesn't feel super good. Now it feels super bad. Yeah, I'm under drawn. I just have the patrol and the puka. I mean, I can draw the cards in my deck, but not for free. I mean, a blow of changeling is a little sad. And silver. This seems quite sad too. I'll probably just buy patrol, gain another gold here. This is my punishment for not like churching something. If they like know I'm full deaded, there's probably actually like a aggressive maneuver that gets to a pile out and a win for Apo, or close to it. Maybe not, there's still 6 villas. That would be pretty hard, but something along those lines. I still think they would like to have a patrol, surely. I think I'm still maybe sort of in it. I mean, gaining a 5 and a 6 is not bad. here. This is scary. Probably we just trash a villa. But I guess they did too, so. Yeah, this will probably be a villa trash on the recruiter play. They're getting tons of mystics, which are fine, I guess, but not super crazy exciting. Okay. How many changelings are gone? All of them? I don't want to like leave a 3 pile. But I'd be glad to get more changelings here. So I have 3, 4, $16. We want a real villa again because 3 buys is probably pretty nice to have. We get province. We could go province, real villa, get a changeling. That sounds pretty good to me. We don't even have to do it the fancy way. That's just more work than is required here. And I don't think there's really much upside to it. Can we get 2 villas out of this, maybe? 3, 3, 3. No, we don't have that much. I guess there's some... Nah, we don't need that either. So... we're doing like this and this. And we don't quite... We're like $1 off of having the other one. We didn't have to green either, but 1 seems reasonable. Now, do we want to... If we pair Puka Copper, it's not a problem, but there are some awkward... Like, is double province going to be sufficient for us? Or do we need to have a little more payload? Because we added like $1. So we're like 17. Well, and we're losing $1. So we just are like even at 16. So we can do the patrols, which will be very robust to not dudding. Or we can do the gold, which maybe gives us like province, duchy threat later on. We have to kind of hope that Apo duds again to some degree, or doesn't bring everything to bear. They have a lot of mystics now, which are like half draw. They could miss. Wish I had that church still. Should never trash that church. Sorry, I betrayed you, church. What does another gold get me? I mean, it does also give me like an option to trash gold to recruiter. Or whatever that's worth, not a lot. Guess I'm gonna do it the safe way. Hey, I already feel much better about that decision. I don't know if I'm gonna have... I'm playing some of these turns so slow just to do nothing, basically. So at the end of the day, he has more stuff. I do feel like he's a little more likely to dud. Maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, the Mystics are less of stop cards than my golds are. But, you know, still has a curse and some other stuff. But yeah, it has more payload right now than me. And has duchy gain options. I don't know if they can double without a duchy gain. That's not clear to me. They don't have any changelings right now. I guess I could bargain. If the changelings are gone, the bargain becomes a little less bad. And maybe I have money at some point to bargain for like a count. I don't think I'll have that money, but it would be kind of nice. At this point, I'm probably more playing for a dud from Apo than anything, or like just some misbuys. Because I think I have a little less power I'm bringing to bear. Maybe a little more consistent. It's not even clear because, like, what do I have? 3 patrols and a recruiter and a puka, and they have the 3 hunting parties, 2 recruiters. I mean, the recruiters, you know, they're sort of halvesies on whether they count, but this surprises me a bit. The no green option. This seems because they're not getting to 8. They don't have a buy. I guess I probably don't. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, I have enough to win if I have $12. Right? Like, I have 3 buys, so that means I can empty the villas and the... So, I draw, I'm gonna just win now. I really wouldn't have minded. I mean, especially at, like, I don't know, I don't feel great winning this way, but... I would rather him get the chance to play something nice. But in any case, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all another time.